So we're going to give you a little overview of what we're going to talk about today on this particular training. We're going to talk about the proper equipment and PPE to use, a little bit about infectious germs, about transmission, and cleaning for health aspect of things. We're going to talk about disinfecting, sanitizing, and cleaning, a little bit about bloodborne pathogens and cleaning bloodborne pathogens. So let's get started with the proper equipment and PPE. Um, Gloves, of course. Nitrile gloves. This is something we always recommend that you use when you're working on your shift, because you just never know what you might have to pick up or touch. A dust mask is a good thing to have. That way you don't inhale any vapors or things such as that. And eye protection is good. Sometimes we will touch things and we'll still rub our eyes, and well, our eyes are one way that germs are transmitted into our bodies. So it's good to have these things with you as you're going to do cleanup of bodily fluids and such. Also, for equipment, it's good to have a spray bottle and a microfiber rag. Mops can be used, buckets, garbage bags are important, and a carpet extractor if you're having to clean something up off of carpet. So here is our spray bottle. It's good to have a sharps container as well. There's also other containers that we can put, say, infected bandages, whatever, type of thing into. But it's good to have access to a sharps container. We need a little bucket and a mop bucket. There's the bags, different color of rags to avoid cross-contamination. Usually for anything we do in the way of a bodily fluid cleanup or like a restroom cleaning, we use the red color rag, so keep that in mind, and a carpet extractor for events on carpets. So some of the infectious germs that we are really trying to zero in on and take care of are some of the wimpier germs like influenza and the rhinovirus. Now, what is rhinovirus? Well, very simply put, it's the common cold. And then there's several different types of influenza out there. The norovirus, also known as the cruise ship virus, well, I know it sounds really nasty. What the norovirus is basically the stomach flu. Okay, and all of those nasty symptoms that come with the stomach flu. And then there's MRSA, which is methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus. So it's a staph type infection, and it's a nasty one to get rid of. So here's a cute little video about how germs are actually transmitted.
No. Well, you're going to, and I think you're going to enjoy this. Let's watch The Sneeze by Francois Chu.
Hello, would you like some donuts?
My favorite, glazed donuts. Oh, my candied donuts. Oh, no, chocolate. Oh, but I'm on a diet. Oh, well, I'll just have an itty bitty bit. Oh, where can I wash my hands?
Down the hall, that way.
Thank you.
into my hand again.
Well, you see what happens when you sneeze into your hand.
Yeah, when you cover your mouth with your hand, you cover your hand with germs.
Precisely. And then your hand becomes a temporary warm, wet spot, and everything you touch gets germed by you.
All right, so that was kind of a neat little video, and it's very poignant in pointing out how germs are spread. So through direct contact, such as shaking hands, hugging, etc., that can spread MRSA, influenza, and norovirus pretty easily. And indirect contact, which is airborne, sneezing, coughing, vehicle and vector and vector-borne, which is like mosquitoes. They can also be an indirect way of spreading germs. So this is kind of important to see. And for cleaning for health, our first line of defense in MRSA, influenza, norovirus, rhinovirus is, well, have your PPE, of course, but good hand hygiene. Wash your hands very thoroughly, and they recommend you sing happy birthday twice to yourself. Now, I've tried to do this, and first of all, I don't sing very well, but usually I can get through happy birthday at least once. The point of the matter is, try and wash your hands and rub them together for at least 20 seconds, okay? And then glove up. Get your equipment, such as your microfiber rags, your spray bottles, buckets, and things. The chemicals that we're going to use in this first line of defense is hydrogen peroxide-based products or on-site generated hyperchlorous, which are the little brew tabs or pure tabs or the Pathogens brand of generated water that we use. And after you're done cleaning up events or cleaning a restroom, whatever it is that you're doing, you take your gloves off and you wash your hands again. Again, hand hygiene is very, very important for staying healthy. Levels of cleaning. Let's talk about this real quick. Disinfecting is killing germs on a surface or object using chemicals. The process does not clean dirty surfaces or remove germs. Keep that in mind, that you're not removing anything when you're disinfecting. But killing germs on a surface after cleaning can lower the risk of infection. So the first thing you should be doing is cleaning. We have it here listed last for a reason. Sanitizing. Lowering the number of germs on surfaces or objects to a safe level as judged by public health. To lower the risk of spreading infection. Cleaning. Cleaning removes germs. Period. You're cleaning, you're removing. You're getting rid of dirt and impurities from surfaces and objects. Cleaning works by using soap or detergent and water to physically remove germs from surfaces. But cleaning doesn't kill them, it just removes them. Keep that in mind. So that's why we go back to disinfecting. So if you remove them and use a sanitizer or a disinfectant, you're going to lower the number of the germs that are still on the surface. And in disinfecting, using the proper amount of dwell time, it's actually going to kill those remaining germs. So these are very important terms to know. Bloodborne pathogens or other potentially infectious materials. Boy, say that 3 times fast. Bloodborne pathogen is an infectious microorganism that are present in blood that can cause disease in humans. Examples are hepatitis B, hepatitis C, and HIV. Other potentially infectious materials, well, saliva and other things. So keep in mind that whenever you find some sort of an event, and we call them events, that you should treat them as they are. Treat them as though they're infected. Okay, always err on the side of caution and safety. So for large or small splatters, there's a reason this kid just threw up. Okay, if it's blood, you don't know, it might be contaminated. Always treat it as though it is. So use your PPE, your safety glasses, your goggles. Isolate the area with a wet floor sign or cones or even caution tape so that people will not come into that area, so that they won't be exposed. get a liner. Always take a liner with you, put it in your trash can. Spray the entire area with a disinfectant cleaner. And wait a couple of minutes. That will help reduce the germs on all of that. Use disposable wipes or a terry cloth rag or whatever to wipe up the area of the spill. Place wipes in the bag and then seal the bag and dispose of it properly, including your gloves. Take those off and put them in there and get clean gloves before you go on. Carpet cleanup. Use the Supersorb, which is a good way of, it turns it into kind of a jelly mush type of thing. Wait a couple of minutes for it to do its thing. Scoop it up as much as you can, and then spray it with a disinfectant, and use your carpet extractor to clean the remnants of the mess up. So that's the end of this particular training. It's very short and to the point. Please check out number 2 in our series of combating pathogens, and that kind of goes a little bit more in depth of what we use and how we use it and why we use it. So thank you very much, and have the rest of a wonderful day.